So, welcome to the Studio Journal. Let me see, when I left off, I was working on that flute part, and the last Studio Journal, I was really tempted to go out for the weekend and play and make some money. I can squeak by on the money I've got. I knew it would be hard, but if I can just stay focused, I'll get this done, and I can start working again in the fall. But I did have a problem. The hard drive was starting to fail, so I celebrated the 4th of July by cloning my hard drive and replacing it. Now, doing the first Studio Journal and meeting the promoters made me realize I got to prioritize. I get focused and I lose track. I get in high gear and I get a lot done. I got the first Studio Journal done in real time, but I wasn't ready for it. I need to have everything ready, like the website. I got to use XHTML and cascading style sheets, more than you want to know. Basically, I got to rewrite all 100 pages. It's going to take some time, so I got to prioritize. I got to do what defines the site for people, its structure, the menu system, and then I can do the rest later. I decided I got to start multitasking. I can't get focused on single projects. I've got to have a coordinated wave and have everything happening at the same time, making progress on all fronts. Before I left for Florida, I loaded the studio computer with clips for the videos I wanted to work on. So when I first got here, I started on those video performances to clear the clips off the hard drive so I'd have room for other stuff. So when I got started again, I still had a bunch of clips loaded of the pickups. I want to document the progress I've made over the last couple of years, building the pickup machine, winding the first pickups. It's part, the basic story of the dulcimer, and part do-it-yourself instructional video. This video tour journal is just a window on the world. The real story is the dulcimer and the life. In this case, building the first wound pickups for the hammered dulcimer and making a video about it. I drive myself way too hard. I was up till like 4 a.m. night after night, working. But that's been my life. I'm used to these intense, focused efforts, whether it's a weekend on the street or a festival or a few weeks in town or passage on the boat or climbing a mountain. And then naturally there'll be some slack time, and that's when I'll catch up on chores and make plans. Well, that life's gone, and I've got to create a new pattern where I take breaks and where I eat and go to sleep, Oh, I need to sleep more. I'm just so tired. I try and get out and work in the yard, just trying to get outside and get physical. I've lived a real physical life, out on the water or out in the wild, and this sitting around in the studio is really tough for me. Last week I got a bunch of wood and split it and stacked it out and back. I did the first Studio Journal, and I realized there was too much background that was missing, and I needed to explain to people what was going on. So I decided I needed to make the video tour journal, the last one where I'd be arriving here, and that's the natural time when I'm thinking about what's behind me and thinking about what's ahead, and that's when I could explain what was going on here and then go on to the studio journals. It's sort of strange and funny. Most people do something and they leave it behind. Me, I live through something, and then I make the video. And I gotta watch it again and again. So, and it's not like I expected to forget her. That's not gonna happen, and I'm not even trying. She's just sort of this constant presence in the back of my mind. I think I've spent the last month just sitting in this room staring at this computer. God, I need to get out, but I need to get this done, and I can focus, but it's sort of funny, last weekend, one of the promoters, Jane and Dave, called me up and said, hey, come on out and listen to some music. So I, went downtown, and it was too loud to talk. My ears are too sensitive. So I just danced, Life is short. You got to take the chance to dance, and I haven't been dancing in years. Every weekend I'm out playing music, or I'm too tired, or I'm traveling. But there's, I had a few glasses of wine, and I danced. It was a great evening. But at the end, it was still a little hard. I Jane and Dave goes home, and I'm alone, and I walk down to the docks where I can sit and watch the dark water and wonder why I can't find a girl like me who wants to go out and have a glass of wine and dance. More likely we'd go out and play someplace, and then someone who'd want to walk down to the docks and sit there and look at the quiet, dark water and sort of, let the wine and adrenaline wear off and talk about what's in our hearts and what's in our minds. And I end up talking to the night watchman. He's from Ethiopia. You got to talk to people. I love the street for that. Talk to people and find out how they see the world. So we talked about, life and the spirit and God and what moves us. And then he went back onto his rounds, and I headed back to the studio.